Now then, boys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG here with Salford City. And today, we're going to fly through some games. You guys have also been super awesome in the comments recently on episodes. Well, in the entire series, if we're being 100% honest. The likes have been unbelievable. The views are still going strong. And one of the questions I got recently was, how long is this series going to go? And as long as the viewership kind of stays exactly where it is now, you guys keep coming back and enjoying the content, then this series will be until we win the Champions League. That's the main plan in this Road to Glory, is win the Champions League. Of course, if the views dropped off massively, then I'd maybe have to reassess the series. But as things stand, you guys seem to be enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying playing it. So hopefully we get to the stage of winning the Champions League. When it comes to questions, I've been really bad at answering them, so I'm going to get them out of the way early on in this episode because I've done a terrible job with the Ask Yorkie stuff with the press conference stuff. Turns out it's a lot more difficult to do the press conference stuff when you're not doing it video by video, but unfortunately the situation I'm in right now, I need to record these in advance to make sure that we can still stay daily. I think it's more important for us to be daily uploads than maybe for me to answer press conference every single episode. So I do apologize. Your feedback is always read. I always see it. And sometimes when I sit down to record, I just completely forget that there's been any Ask Yorkie. So we'll answer them in this episode. We've got quite a big episode as well. If you didn't see the last episode, it was the end of January. We finished the transfer window. One of the main takeaways from the last episode, and mainly the comments, is we actually know how to say Connor's last name now. I believe it's Ogilvy. So I appreciate that massively. And none of you flamed me in the chat for not being able to say his name. It's just a very interesting last name. Apparently he played for Tottenham as well, so I love these bits of information that you guys give me. Again, I read all the comments. I really enjoy reading your comments. I wake up, I have a cup of coffee or my energy drink, and I always look at your comments first thing in the morning. Now, he's going to be really important in the end to the season because Toure has not been fantastic for us, and the fact that Connor can play in the centre-back position and left-back position comfortably, he's a very, very quick player for his height and his strength. So I'm really excited to see how he does. So we've got quite an important month coming up. There is still a really outside chance that we could get the playoffs. I don't think we will. I don't think it's achievable, but this is going to be a tough month because we take Wigan, Peterborough, Rotherham, and MK Dons. And Rotherham, Peterborough, and MK Dons are all fighting for the top of the league. In fact, Wigan might even be in and around there as well. So we're going to play 3 of these games and, of course, sim one of them. I'm not sure which one I'm going to sim yet. I will probably sim whoever is top of the league because it makes more sense to sim that one and see if we could just nick any points. I do feel like this is the kind of league, like, if we're on our A game, we can beat anybody. That's enough of the chit chat. There's been a few questions. So the first one I'm going to get to, I did say I'd address in the Leeds rebuild. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. By the way, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. And I didn't even answer it. It was, what was my thoughts and opinion on Jesse Marsch coming into Leeds? Although it's not massively relevant to the series, it's still a really good question. And to be honest with you, I'm still heartbroken that Bielsa's gone. I think it was the wrong decision. I will get behind Jesse 100%, but he's got a very difficult task. I think with the situation that we was in, with the games we had left and the players coming back, they should have just let Marcelo have the season. Now, another one of the questions was suggestions of players, that Benjamin Sesko and Ricky J. Jones. Now, we've already scouted Ricky J. Jones, and he is someone that we're interested in. But at this moment in time, I think we're getting so much out of Elliot List, and we still got Dom Telford, and Timmy Abraham started to really put in some good performances, that he's not someone I'm looking at this current moment in time, especially considering where Peterborough are in the league compared to us. Maybe if they don't get promoted, he could be someone we looked at in the summer, but I'm not too sure. Also, another one was Benjamin Sesko. Now, again, suggestions for the future are more than fine. I'm happy to get suggestions for players down the line. I like to fill my transfer shortlist up when I play FIFA, so I've always got options to go for when it comes to a window. Sesko is definitely not someone we'd sign anytime soon, considering I think he's going to be one of the better players to come out of Salzburg in the future. He's got a really high ceiling, and Salford does not make sense. In fact, I think a Premiership team might be looking at someone like him. So maybe down the line when we've improved and we've got up the leagues, he could be someone that we look at. But I think for right now, it's just not realistic enough for me to make sense to sign him. Again, feel free to leave questions and suggestions and just comments of support. It's unbelievable how much love you guys show me. I appreciate it so much. Now let's get into the first game of the episode. This is the starting 11 for the Wigan game. They're actually 8th in the league. So if we were chasing a playoff chance, this is the kind of side you got to beat. We're going with Elliot List up top. Lotto had a poor episode, but we're going to stick with him again. Thomas Asante getting another opportunity at right mid. Again, he's not been awful, and I feel like he deserves those opportunities. I've gone with Doyle and Moore as well as our centre-backs. Mark is on the bench. The 18-year-old will still get given a lot of game time in rotation with the games coming up. I will try and rotate as much as possible, but this end run of the season is all important that we win as many games as humanly possible. We have been around 14th and 15th now for a while with mixed results. Again, I just feel like if we'd have turned 1, maybe 2 or 8 of the draws that we've had this season into not being draws, this table just looks wildly different in my opinion. And it's been a little bit frustrating, but I do feel like we've got enough about us to maybe even have a late push here. We'll see what happens, but at least be in the race to a degree. But we're going to need to win these matches in this one. This is actually a really dangerous position that we're going to have got an opportunity from. They went short, which was interesting. They're never going to get that over Doyle or Moore. Moore and Doyle are absolutely near impossible to get past. If you're going to go for that angle, I thought I'd got the block in. Great save from King there, as per usual. He's nearly up to 70 rated. I've actually had quite a few bids for King as well. I feel a little bit more confident now, though, knowing that we've got Austin on the bench, because he looks like he's going to be a very good player for us in the future. MK Don's currently top. Rotherham there. Peterborough just behind them. So this really is going to be a rough episode for us. I managed to get the ball in behind here. Edwards, well in Lund. I felt like he got enough on him there. He didn't. He start trying to play through us. Lang. Surely, I was going to say Bolton will do well up against Keane today. Or at least I hope he does. He's been a bit of a star. Keane's ball is shocking. 20 or so minutes into this one. No one's really had anything. We've had absolutely zero in terms of trying to move the ball forward. If anything, we look very negative here at the moment. That's a good run from Banks. Banks then trying to get it into Elliot List. Wasn't the right pass. Oh, Asante's done really well to win it back, and then he's sloppy. This is Asante's issue. He does all the hard work there to win the ball back, cut out the pass, intercept it, and then his pass is just not enough quality on it. Now out wide. Surely. Well in Asante again. He's doing really well in this one so far to win the football back. That's poor from Bolton. That was always a risky pass, and a risky pass I shouldn't be playing. And we get lucky. Humphreys smashes that one over the bar. Performance-wise, I'm worried because we haven't had a shot yet. We haven't created anything. We haven't got past our own half. We keep giving the ball away or being closed down. Lado hasn't touched the football. Elliot List has not touched the football. And we're, what, 30-odd minutes in? Can we get a booking, ref? That's an injury. That is an injury that I am not happy to be receiving. Can we actually create something now, though? Asante. Good footwork from him. He's going to have to be really good to get beyond. He's done really well to turn his man. It's not a bad ball in. It was a good idea. Really good idea. That's the first ball in we've really had. But still, Lado and Elliot List, two of the key players, still not touched the football. Any bodies moving forward now. Hunter's done well to get that inside. Zalgovi with the injury, though. He's never going to play a good pass when he's injured. And it's typical, right? We get ourselves our left back / centre back, and he's got injured in only his second game for the club. Well, I'm so used to not having a left back. I haven't got one on the bench. So Liam Bertie's coming on at left back, which is definitely not good. Not against Wigan, who are better at coming forward than we are. They've got a better attack than us, rating-wise. So it's a little bit worrying. Guess considering the episodes we had performance-wise. Again, what is this? Are they just trying to injure players? Can we have him sent off, please? Let's have a red card. Thank you very much. They've been cynical in the way they've tackled in this game, Wigan. And there we go. Edwards sent off for this. I mean, it's reckless. As if they've been sent out to injure us. That might give us an opportunity. And that ball over the top to Elliot List is perfect. What can he do? He's tackled. Hunter keeps... his touch is poor. Not like Ashley Hunter, but his touch is poor there. It's that in. Lado, it's got to be good. Elliot List collects it. Elliot List has done brilliantly. He's just get taken away from him. There is just a slight touch there from the defender that just takes the ball away from Elliot List. It's from that lad there, Kerr. That's a really good defensive tackle because Elliot List is in. And it's kind of one of those. If Elliot List is in, 9 times out of 10, it's back of the net. I'm extremely worried about our attacking impetus in this match so far. That is better. Leto will play that one out to Banks. Banks back across to Elliot List. Oh, what a block. Whoa, that's a really good block. That's all important because I feel like if that's not blocked, it's back of the net. Has Bolton won this back? He has. Oh, he's managed to play the ball as well. Asante now trying to whip it. It's just no quality on it. Asante's fine until you ask him to pass the football. That's Asante's biggest weakness, which is worrying because we need him to be able to pass. He's going to pass this one in. This time he makes it to Elliot List. Oh, saved. Elliot List has got to score that. 9 times out of 10, as I say. He has to put that in the back of there. It should be 1-0 Salford. Oh, here they come. McGrath. Oh, that's great play, McGrath. Oh, that would have just been the nail in the coffin for us for our season and our hopes of playoff football. It still might be. What a save from King. That'll be game over. 0-0, and a little bit disappointing. When you've had a man sent off, you've got to do better. But to be honest with you, we weren't at the races. We didn't turn up for that game, and that kind of happens to us a lot. Some matches we're well up for. Others we're not, and this one just was one of them. We didn't really create anything. I have no idea what's going to be in that highlight package for you lads, because there was nothing happening. And again, we just lacked quality in key areas. Tom King, I'll tell you something, was great. We had 2 shots to Wigan's 7. Wigan with a man less as well. I think they still outshot us when they were down to 10 men. We've got a transfer offer here for Thomas Asante, and it's a really good CDM. And we need one, considering Lowe's situation. But I do think if we do sell Asante, we should just get like straight up cash. The injury's only 5 days. Oh God, that's good news. Is it going to be good news with the scout reports? Maybe. Cameron Sadler, he doesn't look good enough. He looks okay. And Wales hasn't given us anyone so far, but we will take Ryan because he's 15 and got good potential. Youth Academy's got a fair few players in. Some that we will look at now at the end of the season. That's probably when we'll go through and have a list of players to come in. Now, we've got Cook here who's going to be released. He's awful. Again, Wales just has not really found me anyone. We're going to see what happens with Ryan. I mean, he's just quick. So, again, he's a winger, right? Let's try left wing. If we're going to get anything out of him, it might be in that position. They don't get any easier. Peterborough next. Let's just hope for a good performance. I've chose to start Marvin today. It'll be his first start for the club. Ex-Real Madrid player. I mean, ex. And he's been without a club for half a season. So, I mean, I might point out where his career was at Real Madrid, but still, we'll see if he can do anything in this one, create anything. Let's be honest, he can't be much worse than Thomas Asante, who, to be honest, I was so excited to get to use, and then it's just been a bit of a flop. Now, we have rose to the occasion against teams at the top before. We'll do it again. That's probably the big question, and it's not going to be an easy game. We know that already, and if that last match is anything to tell us about, shows us anything, it's that we're going to have a bit of a rough ride here. Now, we do have Teray in the side. Ogilvy is kind of back, but I don't want to risk him. I want to risk him getting re-injured. Well, are we going to go to it or are we going to win? That is one of the worst goals I've conceded. Doyle doesn't go to it, but the keeper, I think King should just come and grab that. But before we've even touched the ball, we're 1-0 down against Peterborough, and it's headed off the crossbar, hits King's head, and goes in. That is a horrendous way to start the game. Not even touch the ball. Not even touch the ball, and Peterborough take the lead. And it's a really sloppy goal to concede as well. I knew this episode was going to be a tough one because of the games we were playing. Is he not offside? I mean, I don't know who he's passed that to. Well, it's actually not a good pass, but is he not like a mile offside there? How is he being played on? Peterborough are a really good team. They're fighting for top of the league. Elliot List plays it back across to Kelly. Oh, what a save. That is better from us. That was miles better. Let's have some more of that. We've scored goals from a corner. Speaking of more, it's Doyle. It's miles over the bar. But we're seeing flashes here of a team that want to fight. That want to fight for this game, want to fight for the opportunity at the playoffs. Now, I do feel like once the playoffs is completely out of the realms of possibility and we are safe, we probably will sim a little bit more. We'll see what happens, but it might make sense for us to just start pushing through the season now. Try and get the season to be about 10 episodes like the last one. Ado's got Marvin. That's a great ball. That is a great ball. Marvin now, what can he do? It's a good touch. He's played himself into trouble, though. He just played himself into too much trouble. Maybe if he'd had a bit of a better touch. And that's going to be half-time, and it's 1-0 to Peterborough. We've been miles the better side, but Peterborough still lead. Only that really sloppy goal that splits the two. What a goal that was for them as well. It's just typical, right? That's the kind of goal that we concede. Infuriating. We've not seen too much from Marvin yet, and that's not going to do him any favours, is it? His first touch, technically, is worrying me. His technical ability as a winger is worrying me at the moment, because on this difficulty, it does feel like first touch and technical attributes are actually really important. That's really good. Ledo there finds Kelly. Go on then, Marvin. Keep going. Marvin back across. That was really good. Back to Ledo. Turn, shoots. Oh, I thought we were going to see the spectacular. Oh, they made a mistake. Elliot List picks up the football. Does really well to shield it. Finds Ledo. Again, this is the issue. Look at the problem we've got here. Going to go into Elliot List. To Ledo. Cross to Kelly. Out to Marvin, who will be offside. And we will just fizzle away in attack. I'm telling you, 3 at the back is a mammoth task. try and break down this year. It really is. It's just a real difficult formation to break down. They just have too many bodies back. Go on, List. That's a lovely pass. Ashley Hunter's saved me several times before. Ashley Hunter won't save me this time. I think he just hesitated too much. I brought McCalney on, and that's absolutely nothing on Lado. He's had a really good performance. It's in there. Bounced about a little bit. He's actually had a good performance. He's just extremely tired. Ping that one across. Back to McCalney. Lund. Oh, what a save from the keeper. That's a ridiculous save. Here come Peterborough. Oh, that's lovely play. It's a good ball back. It's a good move. And they've done nothing, so if they did score again here, it would be heartbreaking. Kelly, what is that pass, my friend? Kelly might have just screwed us over. What a save from King. We really are plotting our own downfall sometimes, aren't we, this season, boys? We really are. And I think as this game goes on, it's the realisation that we're just not as good as these sides. We're just simply not. And we will be, hopefully, next season. We are better than them in certain positions. Moore's been unbelievable. In terms of a lot, we're lacking. We really are lacking. And we're not there. And it's fine because it's only our first season in this league. Telford has come on. Have I got the options I need here? I've got McCalney. I don't know, do I? Pull it back. Now we've got a lot of bodies. McCalney! Oh, what a save. This keeper's very good. Good ball to McCalney. McCalney out wide to Thomas Asante. Now this is going to have to be a good ball in. It was! He's gone over Telford's head. You can't let that go over your head, Hunter! It's blocked from Peterborough. And they've just they scored, and then all they've done really is defend. But I mean, it's worked. We haven't been able to break them down. There they come again on what has been a very rare counter-attack, and Teray defends well. But this corner, overtime as well, will seize us losing. And what a save from King. I'm going to give him another corner. We're just several minutes overtime. I don't think this is a fair result on the way the game's gone, but Peterborough did exactly what they needed to do. We might even concede another one here because we've kind of switched off. The fact that we are still playing football right now is ridiculous. It's so dumb. There we go. 7 minutes, well, 8 minutes into free added on. The final whistle will be blown. And we have lost 2 in a row now. Oh, no, we've lost 1 in a row, haven't we? We drew against Wigan, but it felt like a loss because they had a man less. To what is a horrendous goal to concede. But at the end of the day, we weren't good enough. They didn't really have quality, but look, 10 shots we had in that match. It's not good enough, is it? 10 shots, and you didn't score 1 of them. Their goalkeeper did play well, to be fair. At this stage, we just need to win games. So this will be the starting 11 for this one. We're just going to go for it. These 3 at the back formations, we are really, really struggling to break down this year. They're really hard to break down. They just sit super deep, especially if the opposition has the lead. So this will be our starting 11. Timmy Abraham in alongside List. That was suggested, and I think that might work. Hunter and Lado, this is just, at this stage of the season, it's just go for it time. If we want the playoffs, we cannot afford any more games like that Peterborough game, or the Wigan game for matter of fact, because we need 3 points every game now. We don't need draws, we need wins. Let's see how we do in this one. There is the plus that we actually performed a lot better in that last game. A lot better. So that is a plus. But at the end of the day, it was still a loss. This might work out for me here. Hunter, Timmy, is going to be the man who holds up the ball today. Lado there. If that gets to Elliott List, the pass. The pass was a bit off there. Needed to have a bit of a different angle. Timmy Abraham, already proven that he's going to put himself about in this game. That pass from Hunter was shocking. I'm seeing bright signs, though, at the start of this one. Banks wins that back. Lund will ping it out wide to Bolton. Bolton then into Lund. Lado again now. Oh, what's that pass? It was Elliott List I wanted. He's gone to Timmy Abraham, and we, with our pressure, has earned ourselves a corner. Let's see what happens with his corner. Mark, it would be his first goal. Hopefully of what will be a very long and profitable career for him at Salford. We want him to stay at Salford, hopefully. This is bad. Oh, my God, we're so out of position. The Dapo. Just don't let him get it across. That's really well tracked back by Moore. Let's give him a round of applause for that. That was fantastically tracked back. Bolton now has been pulled up. Oh, Bolton, you've got to do better. Moore blocks it and then actually clears it. What's that, Banks? Banks is passing at some times. It's just so suspect. Elliott List now. Oh, that's good. Will Hunter keep it in? He won't. Oh, it was such a good idea, but we couldn't keep the ball in. It was too much on it. This is where you notice quality difference. If you're doing this lower league save, you're in the same position. That's where you notice the quality difference in those positions. Elliot List, maybe. Early signs here, though, against Rotherham. What's that? I'm trying to pass it further back. That's not the pass I'm trying to play there. That's really irritating. End up back on the ball. If we concede from this, it's just ridiculous. I'm trying to play it backwards. We are going to have a video coming up about my wish list. And my wish list, for one, would be fix the passing. And I know a lot of the NHL guys are having this issue as well. Like Bolton here, I'm just trying to play that backwards. Not onto the run that Moore is making. I'm just trying to tap it back to him. One, Moore should not be making that run. Moore should be dropping off. But luckily, we have survived the mistake. Tom King has saved us. And we can just hopefully get back to business. Oh, God, that was nervy, wasn't it? Oh, we're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble. Luckily, Tom King gets us out of that. We were well out of position there. That's one thing with this formation we'll see. We will be out of position quite regularly. There's not much I can do about it. It's just the way this kind of formation goes. It favours us attacking. Thanks. Now, that's a good pass. That's a really good pass. I don't know. Pings it across. Elliot List. Oh, my God. The keeper made the right decision to come out there. The keeper has saved them from conceding. And if he doesn't come out for that, Elliot List doesn't put that wide. That ball in from Banks to Ledo, though, we need more of that. More of those passes that just pull them completely out of position. Banks again there. Oh, Ledo's gone down. Ledo's gone down. Timmy Abraham, though, over the top to Elliot List. Oh, he's pulled it beyond the post. Not now, Elliot List. Do not lose form now, Elliot List. I cannot afford this. Up comes Lado, and let's just all pray right now in the comment section that this is a really minor injury. Marvin's going to come on, and we'll see what happens. Just Elliot List has to score that. The first one I can forgive because the keeper's coming out as a difficult one. That one, it's got to be back of the net. I'm sorry, Elliot. It just does. Abraham now, that was not another good pass, and I thought we were going to lose that, so I tried to tackle. Banks is putting in a shift here at the minute, and I'm really impressed with it. That's a okay ball, okay. That's an okay ball. We get away with it. He wants to whip that all the way across into us, Timmy Abraham. I'll tell you what, Johansson, the goalkeeper for Rotherham, is playing a blinder here because he's coming out for all those balls into the box. And if he wasn't, they would have conceded. Elliot List there giving space. And then he tucks it inside for Timmy Abraham. Just moments here, isn't it? Just moments. We're outplaying them. I feel like we played well in this episode. Apart from the Wigan game, I thought we played awful against Wigan. I feel like we played relatively well in this episode. And I don't want to come away with nothing. A win here is massively important. Marvin's done brilliantly. Marvin's still got it. He waited and the ball surely is offside. And that's why the halftime whistle will go. It was the first half of missed chances for Salford. Missed chances that we cannot afford in this second half. We need to find the breakthrough. It's not where I'm trying to pass the football again, FIFA. We need to find the breakthrough. I'm getting really irritated with the passing since the patch. I really don't know about you guys, but the patch has absolutely ruined passing. Win that, win that. Oh my God, what a save, King. The pass accuracy is just, it's in the bin at the minute. It really is. I'm hoping we're going to get another patch soon because it's the, I don't know what they've done to it. Don't know what they've done to it, but they need to stop. Go on then, Marvin. Oh, that's clever. That is really clever. Surely, Elliot List. Surely, it was a heavy touch. It was a heavy touch from Elliot List. He's still got the football. Can we pull it back? We can. Get that one in there. Oh, we've fizzled out the chance. We've fizzled out the chance. That's great from Marvin again. Marvin across. Timmy Abraham. What a save from Johansson. Well in, Marvin, but Elliot List is not playing to his potential in this game today, and he's going to be brought off. I feel for him, but we can't. 3 really good, well, at least 2 really good chances. He's messed up. His final touch there was just, it was not good enough, and we can't afford to lose this. We really can't. So Dom Telford is going to be gifted this opportunity now. I'll tell you something. Marvin's come on and had a really nice impact. Lund, that's good play. That's good play. Dom Telford just couldn't turn the corner, could he, on his man? He has to make the most of his chances as well. Let's not make no jokes about it. Dom Telford hasn't had a lot of opportunities in this team. And when he gets them now, he needs to make the most of them. That is a great ball. Ashley Hunter will whip it across towards Dom Telford. I wish he was whipping it towards Timmy Abraham because he might have won that header. Rotherham have been non-existent. They've performed really poorly. And look at that from Moore again there, cutting that ball out. He's done that all game long. It's been super impressive. We don't stand a chance, do we, if we can't break them down. Telford. This is a big moment. This is a really big moment. Ashley Hunter piling through on goals. We'll swear it across, and I think he's offside. I don't think it's going to be given. It's not. I shouldn't have passed it. That's on me. That is really on me. I couldn't stop Timmy from going ahead. I really couldn't. I wanted him not to go ahead of me. And that might be the biggest opportunity we get. Well, it's been a while since we had a non-win episode. Are we on for one here? Timmy Abraham gets to that. Maybe not. Pull it back. Go on then, Marvin. Oh, Timmy. It's not his strength, but the ball there was not good enough. Well, Rotherham look like they're happy to play for a draw here because they're not really coming forward. Look, they're just holding on to the football. They are playing for this draw. Can you blame them? I can't. They've been awful. It's very late in the game, and they've just kept hold of the football for the last 10 minutes of this match. And guess what? We haven't been able to take it away from them, and really, they might take away a point from us. But this is just bitterly disappointing. They have held the ball, don't get me wrong, for like the last 10 minutes in game, maybe even more actually, the last 15 minutes in game. But at the end, it's just not good enough. We've got to be finishing. We haven't scored in this episode. Rotherham nearly nick it. I don't know why we're still playing again. There's 2 minutes added on. Just blow the whistle at the corner. What are you doing, McCalney? What are you doing? And there we go. The whistle does get blown. The late whistles on this game are absolutely trash. I'm not going to lie. But what else is trash is our performance in this episode. Not a single goal scored. It's been a long time since we've had an episode where we haven't scored. And this is just not good enough. Just can't believe the chances that we've seen Elliot List miss there. If you're going to go out of form, please, Elliot, not at the end of the season where we've got a chance, but we don't anymore. That, in my opinion, is us out of the playoff. We should still be safe. We are really comfortable in mid-table. But it will only be mid-table because now Cardiff City on 57 points, us on 42. 12 draws this year is definitely not good enough. And it kind of just shows where the team's at. We need more quality. I think that's my biggest issue is the quality. The injury to Lado as well is not too bad. Only 5 days. So this will be the starting 11 for the MK Don game. They're first. If we win this on the sim, it would be an absolute shock because they are top of the league and we don't win it. We lose 3-2. Lado managing to score though, and Lund. So, I mean, it's nice to see that we got a couple of goals. I think our goal scoring in this episode is just, it's not existed. The worst part is we created really good chances, especially against Rotherham. But a month where we only scored in the sim, and we draw to Wigan, they had 10 men. We draw to Rotherham, we were a better team. And lose to Peterborough, who we dominated. 11 shots, I think, or 10 shots in that one. Now, Forest Green coming up. We usually bounce back and have a run of form after playing Forest Green. But I'll be honest, at this stage, I don't think we can get the playoffs. With the games we've got left, I don't think we can close that gap. But what we will do is really try and do our best to put the performances in. I'm probably going to try and do that over 2 episodes now with the games we've got left. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Now, this was a frustrating episode, but can we just put into perspective who we played? Yeah, Wigan, maybe, but Peterborough, Rotherham, and MK Dons in the top 4 of the league. You know, we need to put that into perspective when we look at the results we've had this episode. Coming into it, we've played very well against the teams that are below us or around us. And as long as we keep to do that, with the end run of the season, we are playing a lot of teams that are in and around us. We should be more than okay. And maybe there's something crazy happens. I just don't see it happening. I don't see Cardiff dropping enough points.